Aquarius, this is not burnout. This is not boredom. And it's not a midlife crisis either. This is the moment when the version of you that kept surviving can no longer exist. You didn't lose your spark. You outgrew the life that required you to stay small. That empty feeling you can't explain. It's not a void. It's the space where your old self just collapsed, and your new self hasn't arrived yet. You're standing between who you were and who you're becoming. And yes, that space hurts. Because nothing is wrong, but nothing feels the same anymore. If this resonates, type "I'm ready" in the comments. Let yourself be seen. And stay with me. Because what's happening to you right now is not an ending. It's the doorway to a life you haven't imagined yet. Aquarius, take a breath with me for a moment. Let the noise soften. Let the world fall a little quieter around you. I want you to notice something, not outside of you, but right here, in your chest. There's a subtle hum beneath everything, a low frequency that wasn't there before. It's not loud. It doesn't demand your attention. But it's steady, like a signal you can't unhear once you've felt it. This is how change begins for you. Not with explosions, not with drama, but with a quiet knowing that your inner world has shifted its gravity. You may still wake up to the same walls, drive the same roads, answer the same messages, yet something inside you is standing in a different place now, as if your soul took one step forward while your life stayed still. And that can feel disorienting, like wearing clothes that no longer fit, even though they look the same. You might catch yourself staring into space for no clear reason. Not sad, not happy, just suspended. Have you noticed that pause? That moment where everything feels oddly neutral, yet strangely full at the same time. That's not emptiness. That's your inner world clearing a space it has never held before. You've carried so much for so long, Aquarius. Expectations, old stories, versions of yourself that were built for survival, not truth. And now, they are gently dissolving. Not because you failed, not because you chose wrong, but because your soul is ready for a wider horizon. This phase doesn't ask you to fix anything. It asks you to listen, to the subtle pull that says, there is more to you than the life you've been repeating. You might feel like you're floating between two shores, one behind you, familiar but heavy, one ahead, bright but unknown. And right now, you are standing on the water itself. Does that feel a little scary? Or does it feel like freedom you've never allowed yourself before? Because what's happening isn't a loss of direction. It's the quiet moment before a new path reveals itself. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to understand it yet. This space is not here to trap you. It's here to reshape you. There's a deep intelligence moving through you now. One that doesn't speak in words, but in sensations, in timing, in gentle shifts of perception. And if you listen closely, you'll realize something beautiful. You're not waiting for your life to change. Your life is waiting for you to realize it already has. So if you feel that subtle pull, that soft inner nudge that brought you here tonight, honor it. Because this moment is not random. It's the silent call you didn't know you were answering. And that's where your journey truly begins. Aquarius. There is a quiet ache moving through you now. Not sharp, not dramatic. Just a low, steady weight that rests behind your eyes and settles in your chest when the world grows still. It doesn't come with memories. It doesn't have a clear story. Yet it feels familiar. As if something inside you is gently saying goodbye without fully knowing to what. This is not sadness in the way you once knew it. It is softer, deeper. It feels like standing in a room that is almost empty, where the echoes of your former life still linger in the air. You are not missing a person. You are missing a version of yourself that once knew how to survive. The one who carried expectations like armor. The one who pushed through without asking why. The one who learned to stay strong even when it hurt. That version protected you. And now, it is stepping aside. There is a strange tenderness in this moment, a kind of reverence for everything you once had to be. You may feel it when you look at old photos, or when a familiar song plays and your breath catches for a second. Not because you want to go back, but because you finally see how far you have come. Growth does not always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it comes as a quiet unraveling, as a gentle loosening of everything that no longer belongs. And this can feel like loss, because it is. You are releasing dreams that were built for a different season. You are shedding identities that once kept you safe. You are saying farewell to a life that was necessary, but no longer true. Can you feel the space opening around your heart? That subtle expansion that feels both fragile and powerful. This is the cost of becoming more, not in money, not in time, but in courage. It takes courage to let go of who you thought you had to be. It takes courage to stand in uncertainty without rushing to fill the silence. You are learning to hold two truths in the same breath: that you are healing and that you are grieving, that you are stepping into freedom, and that part of you is breaking open to make room for it. There is nothing wrong with this tenderness. It is not weakness. It is not regression. It is proof that you are alive, that you are listening, that you are allowing yourself to feel the depth of your own transformation. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are simply shedding a skin that has grown too small. And as it falls away, you may feel exposed, vulnerable, raw. But beneath that softness is a strength that has been waiting for this moment. So let yourself pause here. Let yourself honor what is leaving. Let yourself welcome what is still forming. You do not have to rush this process. Your heart knows exactly how to move through it. And somewhere within this gentle ache, there is a quiet promise that what is being born inside you now will carry more truth, more light, and more freedom than anything you have known before. Just stay with it, Aquarius. There is a brightness around you now that feels almost too sharp to touch. Not because the world has suddenly grown louder, but because you are no longer wrapped in the layers that once softened everything. It can feel like stepping out into sunlight after years of shade. At first, even the smallest sound feels amplified. Every emotion carries weight. Every silence feels alive. You might wonder why things that never moved you before now stir something deep inside your chest. Why a stranger's tone can linger with you for hours. Why certain words land heavier than they should. It's not that you've become fragile. You've become awake. There is a new transparency in the way energy moves through you. It travels faster now. It stays longer. It asks to be seen instead of ignored. Your heart is no longer hiding behind old defenses. Those walls you built to survive have slowly, lovingly dissolved. And in their place is a sensitivity that feels both beautiful and terrifying. You may feel like you're standing without armor in a world that hasn't slowed down, as if you can hear the unspoken stories in people's eyes, as if their joys and sorrows brush against you when you pass by. Does that ever make you want to pull back again just to feel a little less? But here's the quiet truth. This openness is not here to drain you. It is here to guide you. It is sharpening your inner compass, showing you what resonates and what no longer belongs in your orbit. You are not absorbing more. You are discerning more. Every sensation, every emotional wave is teaching you where your soul feels alive and where it quietly closes its doors. This clarity may feel like chaos at first, because your nervous system is learning a new language, one that does not numb, one that does not avoid, one that listens. There is a sacred honesty in this stage, a rawness that strips away illusion and leaves only what is real. And yes, that can be overwhelming, because truth asks you to respond. It invites you to make choices from a deeper place. You may notice yourself stepping back from certain spaces, letting go of conversations that feel hollow, craving environments that feel nourishing, even if they are quieter. This is your inner world reorganizing itself. It is not pushing you away from life. It is drawing you closer to the parts of it that truly see you. You are learning to trust this sensitivity as a form of intelligence, as a gentle radar for alignment. So when the intensity rises, instead of asking what is wrong, try asking what is being revealed. What part of you is awakening to something new? Because this clarity is not here to break you. It is here to free you. And in time, what feels like too much will become the very thing that leads you home to yourself. Aquarius. There is a softer rhythm moving through you now. Not loud, not dramatic, just steady, like a quiet tide returning to the shore. After everything you've been feeling, something inside you is beginning to rest. Not because all the answers are clear, but because your body is starting to believe that it no longer has to stay on guard. You may notice it in the smallest moments, in the way your breath deepens for a second before it tightens again, in the heaviness in your shoulders that comes and goes without warning, in the strange mix of exhaustion and alertness that feels confusing but familiar. This is not weakness. This is a nervous system learning a new language. For so long, your body carried memories your mind tried to move past. It stayed ready to protect you, even when the danger had already ended. It learned to move quickly, to brace, to adapt, to disappear when needed. And now, it is slowly receiving a different message. You are here. You are not being chased. You do not have to become smaller, harder, or quieter to survive. Can you feel how revolutionary that is? Your body is beginning to release patterns that were never meant to be permanent. The tension you notice is not resistance. It is stored history finding its way out. Sometimes this looks like restlessness, sometimes like sudden emotion, sometimes like a wave of fatigue that asks you to pause, even when you want to push through. This is not falling apart. This is your system reorganizing itself around a safer truth. There is a recalibration happening beneath your awareness, a gentle rewiring that is teaching your cells how to exist without urgency. You are learning to inhabit your own life without constantly preparing for what might go wrong. That takes time. It takes patience. It takes compassion for the body that carried you through moments you rarely speak about. You are not behind. You are becoming regulated in a world that taught you to be alert. And as this new rhythm settles, you may feel moments of calm that feel unfamiliar, almost suspicious, as if peace itself is something you must earn. But peace is not a reward. It is a natural state you are remembering. What if your body has always known how to rest and is only now being given permission? Every sigh, every release, every quiet moment is your system choosing life over survival. You are not losing your edge. You are gaining your center. There is a new frequency moving through you, one that does not rush, one that does not hide, one that does not abandon itself. And as this frequency stabilizes, you may feel drawn to slower mornings, deeper conversations, spaces that feel safe enough to soften in. This is your body telling you it is ready for a different way of living, a way that is grounded, a way that is present, a way that is yours. Stay with this feeling. Let it teach you. Because what is forming inside you now is not just recovery. It is a foundation for the life you are finally ready to step into. Aquarius. There is a strange quiet inside you now. Not the kind that feels lonely, the kind that feels wide, open, almost sacred. After all the recalibration your body has been learning, something deeper is settling in. It feels unfamiliar, like standing in a room with no furniture, just sunlight touching the floor. At first, it can feel unsettling, like something important is missing. But listen to me. Nothing has been taken from you. What has fallen away was never meant to be permanent. For so long, you carried your worth in the way you showed up for others, in how useful you were, in how much you could hold together. You learned to measure yourself by movement, by output, by applause. And now, in this open space, there is no role to play, no mask to reach for, no story you have to prove. That can feel terrifying. Because when the performance ends, you are left alone with yourself. Not the version that knows how to impress, but the version that simply exists. This is where many people panic. They rush to fill the silence. They grab the first identity that offers comfort. They mistake emptiness for failure. But you, Aquarius, are standing at the edge of something rare. This space is not a void. It is a clearing. A place where the old structures can finally release their grip. A place where you no longer need to earn your place in the world. A place where your soul can stretch out and remember what it feels like to breathe freely. You are not broken. You are unoccupied. And that is powerful. Because nothing true can grow in a crowded room. Truth needs room. Dreams need air. Your real self needs a quiet field to step forward without being shaped by expectation. Notice how your days feel different now. How you no longer rush to explain yourself. How some goals no longer excite you the way they used to. How silence feels less like an enemy and more like a companion. This is not the loss of direction. It is the return of authenticity. You are no longer living from the outside in. You are beginning to live from the inside out. And yes, there will be moments when you wonder who you are without all the labels. When the mind asks, who am I if I am not needed? Who am I if I am not proving? Who am I if I am not becoming what others expect? But what if this is the first time you are allowed to meet yourself without conditions? What if this emptiness is not asking to be filled, but to be honored? There is a new foundation forming beneath you, not built on pressure, not built on survival, but built on presence. From this space you will create again, not from urgency, but from truth, not from fear, but from alignment. Stay here a moment longer. Let this stillness speak to you. Because what is waiting in this quiet is not a new role. It is a new way of being, Aquarius. Stay with me here. Feel how the air has changed around you. There is a softness now, a quiet permission in your chest that was not there before. From this open ground, from this place where nothing is forced, a gentle question rises. Not from fear, not from urgency, but from truth. How long have you been waiting to finally begin? You told yourself there would be a moment, a future version of you, more healed, more certain, more ready. and only then you would allow yourself to feel alive. But life has been whispering to you, even when you tried not to hear it. It has been saying there is no finish line for becoming, no final version that grants permission to be happy. You were never meant to delay your own light. Aquarius, you have carried so much wisdom, so much insight into the way the world works. You see patterns others miss. You feel currents long before they reach the surface. Yet when it comes to yourself, you have learned to wait, to hold back joy until you feel deserving, to postpone love until you feel complete, to pause your life until the past no longer aches. But listen to this truth. Healing is not a door you walk through once. It is a path that unfolds as you move. You do not need to arrive to be allowed to live. What if you stopped asking for permission from a version of you that does not exist yet? There is a life happening right now, quietly waiting for your yes. In the way sunlight touches your face, in the way music still reaches you, in the way your heart still responds when something feels real. You are not betraying your growth by choosing joy. You are honoring it. Imagine what would shift if you allowed yourself to experience moments of happiness without checking whether you are healed enough. If you let laughter rise without questioning if you have earned it. If you rested without calling it avoidance. This is not carelessness. This is courage. Because choosing to live now means trusting that you are worthy even while becoming. There will always be another layer to release, another truth to uncover, another shadow to understand. But none of that disqualifies you from being here, from being present, from feeling the sweetness that still exists in this world. Your soul did not come here to wait in the wings of its own life. So take a breath. Let your shoulders soften. Feel the ground beneath you. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to be in progress. You are allowed to be happy at the same time. And now, a gentle question for you. What small joy have you been postponing that is ready to meet you right now? Stay with that feeling, because something inside you is beginning to move again. Aquarius, feel this moment settle into you, not as an idea, not as a lesson, but as a quiet truth that begins to breathe inside your chest. After all the waiting, after all the becoming, there is a stillness now that does not ask for effort. It simply is. You may notice that when you stop trying to arrive somewhere else, something soft opens in you, a calm that does not depend on the past being healed or the future being clear. It is here because you are here. So many years you learn to travel through time, replaying what should have been, planning what must be, living just ahead of yourself or just behind. And now there is a gentle return, not dramatic, not loud, just a quiet coming home to the body, to the breath, to the space you are already standing in. You are not chasing peace anymore. You are beginning to recognize it. Your thoughts rise and fall like water. They come with stories, with memories, with questions, and you can watch them pass without needing to follow. Your emotions move through you like weather. They change, they soften, they leave, and still, something in you remains untouched, wide, steady, alive. That is you, not the voice in your head, not the feeling in your chest, not the memory that visits at night. You are the quiet space that holds them all. You do not have to hold on to anything to be real. You do not have to push anything away to be safe. Presence is not something you create. It is what is left when you stop trying to control the moment. And in this space, you may begin to feel something new. Not excitement, not certainty, but a deep sense of being enough exactly as you are. Aquarius, you have spent so long observing the world, trying to understand it, trying to improve it, trying to find your place within it. And now, for the first time in a long while, you are not standing outside your own life. You are inside it. Feel how the room holds you. Feel how the ground supports you. Feel how your breath moves without instruction. Nothing needs to be fixed right now. Nothing needs to be proven. Nothing needs to be explained. You are allowed to rest in this moment without turning it into a project. This is where your power lives. Not in the future you are building. Not in the past you are releasing. But in the quiet awareness that is watching all of it unfold. Let that awareness be your anchor. Let it be your home. And ask yourself, gently, what changes when you stop trying to hold the moment and simply let yourself be here? Stay with that question. Because something very beautiful is preparing to rise. Aquarius, before you go, take one more breath with me. Feel how different this moment feels from when you first arrived. Not louder, not brighter, just clearer. Something inside you has shifted tonight, not in a dramatic way, but in a way that will change the way you move through your days. You may not name it yet, but your soul already knows. This is what awakening feels like. Quiet, steady, certain. You are no longer waiting for life to begin. You are already inside it. And every step you take from here will be guided by a deeper truth within you. If this message found you, it is because you were ready to hear it. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. So let this moment stay with you. Carry it into your morning, into your choices, into the way you speak to yourself. You are not alone in this journey. There are other Aquarians listening right now who feel the same call in their hearts. Different stories, same awakening. If you felt seen, leave a comment and share what you are stepping into. Let your voice be part of this circle. And if this space feels like home, subscribe so you never miss the messages meant for you. Trust yourself, Aquarius. Your soul is leading you exactly where you need to go. The journey continues, and the next message is already on its way. Aquarius, before you go, take one more breath with me. Feel how different this moment feels from when you first arrived. Not louder, not brighter, just clearer. Something inside you has shifted tonight, not in a dramatic way, but in a way that will change the way you move through your days. You may not name it yet, but your soul already knows. This is what awakening feels like. Quiet, steady, certain. You are no longer waiting for life to begin. You are already inside it. And every step you take from here will be guided by a deeper truth within you. If this message found you, it is because you were ready to hear it. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. So let this moment stay with you. Carry it into your morning, into your choices, into the way you speak to yourself. You are not alone in this journey. There are other Aquarians listening right now who feel the same call in their hearts. Different stories, same awakening. If you felt seen, leave a comment and share what you are stepping into. Let your voice be part of this circle. And if this space feels like home, subscribe so you never miss the messages meant for you. Trust yourself, Aquarius. Your soul is leading you exactly where you need to go. The journey continues, and the next message is already on its way.